What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. This is episode 3, and this episode is going to be a little bit different. This is going to be one of my more lifestyle videos, and what I'm going to be talking about today is something that's a big fad right now. A lot of people have them. They're really cheap, really addicting, really fun, but they're also used to relieve stress and anxiety, which is why I really wanted to talk about them today, because I kind of have a history of being anxious, having some panic attacks like everyone else in the world. But I recently discovered something from a coworker of mine who had bought one for her daughter, and that is a fidget spinner. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's pretty cool, and it's highly addicting. I'm going to read you a little bit of a description on what the fidget spinner is. Okay, so the fidget spinner is a type of toy whose marketers claim it relieves stress. A basic fidget spinner consists of a bearing in the center of a design made from any of a variety of materials, including brass, stainless steel, titanium, copper, and plastic. The toy has been advertised as helping people who have had trouble focusing or fidgeting, such as those with ADHD, autism, or anxiety, by acting as a release mechanism for nervous energy or psychological stress. Experts who divided this claim, with some supporting it, while others disputed the scientific basis or argued that the toy may actually be more distracting. I agree with that point. I do agree that it's very distracting. But I also think that if you're in a very, I wouldn't say stressful situation, because then that's bad. If you're in a stressful situation and then you're just sitting here kind of looking at your fidget spinner, ignoring something that needs to be handled right away, right now, and taken care of, then this is a bad idea. But if you're in a situation where your anxiety is kind of long term, it's more of where, I don't know, maybe you go home and you're still stressed after work, or you have kids and they stress you out, or you have a lot of homework and grades and scholarships and graduating and things like that, a lot of long-term things. On your own time and private time, just doing this and focusing on it spinning, and even the sound. I'm not sure if you can hear it, but the sound is also very kind of relaxing. It really actually makes you focus. So I've noticed that if I am getting really stressed out, usually at work, or yeah, basically usually at work. I'm always stressed out at work because I'm always doing something. But this is very calming. I find the sound to be more calming and relaxing and get rid of most of my anxiety than the actual spinning itself. Watching it spin doesn't really do much for me. It's really the sound that kind of puts me at ease. I think you can buy these anywhere pretty much. I know they're definitely online. If you just Google it, fidget spinner, I'm sure every single website in the world is selling a fidget spinner, but I bought mine at a retailer called Five Below. I'm not sure if Five Below is all over the country in the US or wherever you live, but in Pennsylvania, where I live, we have Five Belows, and this baby was $5. I bought 2, one for my boyfriend as well, because he's always anxious about something, just like me, and he has a little bit of insomnia, so we're actually trying that out to see if maybe before bed, if you just hold this to your face, laying down, looking at your fidget spinner, listening to it, maybe it can calm you enough to go to sleep. Who knows? It might work. But I can see where people are saying this is distracting. I have heard that schools, a lot of high schools, are banning these. I know that sounds weird. People are banning fidget spinners, but they're actually banning them because they're distracting. Kids aren't doing their work and they're banning fidget spinners, and they're kind of like a weapon. This whole thing is made out of metal. It's just the only plastic piece about this is the middle piece. The middle piece where you hold to spin the outside doesn't move. It's just a piece of plastic that holds the ball bearings inside together to make the whole fidget spinner move. So that's really all that it is. Otherwise, this is extremely kind of heavy. It's actually really heavy. If this falls on you or anything, it kind of hurts. So using this as a weapon is not good, and I can see why people are banning them at schools. But if you just do this to your arm, it doesn't hurt at all. Even how fast you spin it, it doesn't really hurt at all. But these are actually very durable, I would say. This is not a toy that would break, although I bought my boyfriend one, and the plastic piece, this piece right here, did pop out and didn't pop back in by itself. We had to take crazy glue and stick it on the bottom of the piece to put it back on here so that it would spin again. And I just bought them yesterday. So I don't think that that's very durable, but the metal piece is definitely durable. But even just having it for one day, a lot of stress has come off my shoulders from being at work. And just if I'm like doing something on the computer and I'm really confused about what I'm doing, just spinning this and hearing the sound calms me down and tells me to just, okay, rethink what you're doing and do it again. Just start over and keep going and do it all over again. Here's what it is again. And you know what I was thinking is that this can also be, I'm not a smoker, never was a smoker, never could be a smoker, but I know a lot of people who do smoke, and a lot of them tell me that smoking has a lot to do with putting the hand to the mouth. The hand to the mouth. It's the movement. It's having something physically in your hand constantly that relieves some of the stress. Obviously, the nicotine has some part in your stress relief, but it also has to do with holding something. Maybe this could be a way to release some of those stress for a smoker. Just because you constantly have something in your hand, you can constantly be playing with something in your hand. That can always work out in that way. For some people, obviously not all, but it's worth a try if you're willing to quit smoking. But nonetheless, it's definitely a distraction for one and a bit of a stress reliever. I don't know how much these cost. I believe it's like $9.99 retail. I got mine at Five Below. What Five Below is, if you don't know what it is, it's $5 and below. So this was at its peak, obviously, at $5. But everywhere else, I believe they're like $9.99, something like that. And they do come in different colors. I did pick black because I do like black on black, those colors, but they come in all colors, camo, pink, everything you can think of, they come in. But yeah, my overall thoughts on this is that this is a great idea, especially for people who have severe anxiety or autism. It really does get you to focus on just one thing and get your mind to just stop and say, okay, let's relax and just focus on this for a minute and breathe. I think that is a great mechanism to cope with any kind of stress or anxiety or autism or anything like that. I think it's a good first step, at least. Get something to take your mind off of whatever is distracting you, whatever is hurting you or harming you mentally, and just focus for a second on something really simple. Simple and precise. It just spins in a circle. Overall, my thoughts are that this fidget spinner is a great idea. I highly recommend it to anyone who has anxiety or who somebody just wants a toy. It's a great toy. I did try this out with a child. Obviously, he loved it, playing with it. But yeah, I think it is a great tool for stress and anxiety. I think it is a great start for someone who's dealing with it long term or has just realized they do have anxiety or autism or anything for anyone. I think it's a great tool because it's harmless and very simple. But other than that, I do think this is great. I encourage everyone to go try it. My next video is also going to be another review video, I think. I think within the next 2 days I'm going to have a makeup tutorial. I'm just going to be doing a simple, everyday makeup tutorial type of thing. Maybe a voiceover, my first voiceover, or a talk through. But other than that, thank you for joining me in episode 3 about the fidget spinner. And I will see you all in my next video.